Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Here is our revision, the spreadsheet revision. We have here a spreadsheet task, the bingo and peak task. Okay, so let's read the instructions from this file and then we will apply them on Excel program. Carry out of the following tasks. Access the spreadsheet bingo and peak from lesson 5. You will find it in the central resource library. It's already shared with you guys and I'm sure that you have the access to reach it right now. So here is the file. All what I need from you when you reach it, you can download it to your device so you can adjust it clearly and easily. Okay, after downloading the file, you can see that here we have some contents, but they are not organized. The instructions from here are listing ways to organize our sheet. So let's move step by step. First of all, it says Merge and Center, the title, Penguin Peak National Park. So let's do that together. All what we have to do here is to select the cells from A1 till J1 and then press Merge and Center. Here, press Merge and Center. So I've selected the cells from A1 till J1 and then press Merge and Center. This is the first step. We finished this one. Let's move. The second one says format the title to the size of 16 and bold, widen as required. Okay, let's do that together. While selecting the title here, change its size to be 16. You can also make it bold as required. If you want to increase the size of the cell, if needed, you can do that. You can widen it. But here we don't have to. Okay, we finished this step. Let's move to the third one. It says ensure all details is shown, is shown, either wrap text in the cell or widen the columns appropriately. So let's do that together. To do that, guys, we must use a technique called the auto-fit technique. How to apply it? Stand between each two columns until the mouse pointer changes to take the shape of those two arrows, and then press double left click. Again, stand between the columns until the mouse shape changes to be those two arrows, and then press double left click. You keep doing that between each two columns to change the columns sizes. So this is a way to change the column width. We have another way to let the column contain the biggest word or the biggest sentence inside it. Let's check. We applied a minute ago the auto-fit technique. Let's try another shape or another technique to apply changes to our text formatting. How we can do that? Select the text here, select this cell for example. As you can see that the entire text is not shown. We have a problem showing the text. We have here the option of wrapping the text, this one. When you press that, the text will be separated into lines. So when you press here, wrapping text, the text will be separated into lines like that. All what you have to do, select the cell you want to wrap it and press here directly. The text format will be changed like that. If you asked me, I prefer the other shape, the auto-fit one. But if you have the ability to choose, you can choose whatever you like between both of them. So here, this one, we changed the wrapping of the text. Let's move to step 4. This one says some data is missing or has been inputted incorrectly. So please make the following changes. Okay. The first changes, the number of penguins should be 16, not 26. So I'm going to move directly to the number of penguins. Here it is. It was 26. I'll change it to be 16 and I press enter. So I selected the cell. I changed its content to be 16 instead of being 26 and then I pressed enter. Another thing, the vid costs for the seals should be 15. Okay, so let's move directly to the vid costs for the seals. Where are they? Here they are, seals. Okay, the vid costs, it's 0. It needs to be changed to 15. Needs to be changed to 15. Okay, so this point is done. Let's check the following instruction. The transport costs for the lizard are 25. So let's move to the lizard and change its cost. Where is the lizard? It's here. The transport cost, here is it. It must be 25. 5. Let's check the value one more time. Yes, 25 for the transport cost for the lizard. Okay, it's done. Let's complete. Okay, so this step is done. After that, it says enter an appropriate formula in cell E6 to calculate the costs to feed the lines. So let's fix it. Here we want to calculate the total cost for the food for each line, no, for all of them directly. So to do that, you'll press equal sign. The golden rule for Excel program is to insert an equal sign, or all formulas must start with equal sign like that, and then select the cell containing the quantity, which is B6, contains 4 as a value, star sign to make a multiplication. You'll find it at the top right corner of your keyboard, and then the value of the food cost, which is 500. Then press enter to apply. Again, I'll repeat this one more time. Equal sign, select the cell of the quantity, star sign, and then select the value of the food, and then press enter to apply. Okay, select the first finished cell to complete the rest of the results. How you can do that? Through the technique called autofill technique. While you stand above this square at the bottom right corner, let's check it 1 second. While selecting this cell like that, we have here a square at the bottom right corner of the cell. Stand above it until the mouse pointer changes to take small black plus sign like this one. Drag it down to display the rest of the results. Again, just stand above this square, press and hold, move down. Okay, so this step is done. Let's move back again to the instructions file. We did the appropriate formula to calculate the total cost, and we replicated the formula to the rest of the animals. Use an absolute cell reference in cell F6 to calculate the cost of the VAT on the food. Okay, let's do that. We need to make an absolute value, or to change a value of a cell to be an absolute value. We will keep using it each time. How to do that? Focus, guys. Okay, let's move back again to our Excel sheet. We need to use this value and multiply it here with the total food to get the value of the VAT on food. How we can do that? As we said, all formulas must start with equal sign, so here is the equal sign. And then the cell of the value of the VAT, which is here, B20. Okay, to make it an absolute, or to convert it to be an absolute cell, we must add the dollar sign before and in the middle. So here, before, and here in the middle. Before the column name and the row name. It means that I'll keep using the same cell each time I try to get the VAT. I'll multiply the value here with this cell, get the result. And this process will be repeated for all animals, for all records. So again, all I've done, equal sign, select the cell containing the value of the VAT, add a dollar sign here, and if one asked me how we can insert it, press shift with number 4. Shift with number 4 to insert the dollar sign. And we will repeat that here one more time. And then star sign to make the multiplication. Select the cell of the value of the food, press enter to display the result. Should I repeat all the steps one more time? No, you don't have to. Select the first finished one, drag it down to make the autofill technique to get the rest of the results. Okay, let's move again to the instructions file. Use an absolute cell reference in F6. We did that already. For the lines, use the cell reference as absolute cell. We did that. Replicate this formula. We did. We got already the results, all the results for all the animals. Then add the total for total food, VAT, and vet costs, transport, and grooming in J6. So we need to calculate here the total. To do that, let's do it together. Move here directly, press the auto sum. But if I left it like that, I'll be mistaken. It's a problem here because I'm selecting here the cost of the food per each line. So per each line. So I must here reselect the cells one more time. So select the cells again from E6 till I6, from E6 till I6 only, and then press enter. Again, one more time. To get the total, press auto sum. Select the cells from E6 till I6. The cells he asked me to collect only, without the rest of them, and then press enter. Select the first finished one, drag the content down to drag the rest, or to get the rest of the output results. Okay, let's move again to the instructions file. He said here, use an appropriate function in G20 and H20 to calculate the maximum VIT costs and transport costs. So G20, H20, where are they? Here is G20, H20. He need to get the maximum value. Okay, max, to highlight them. Here is G20, H20. To get the maximum value of a list of numbers, you go directly to the auto sum icon and then choose max. The program will make a selection for you. If it's correct, press enter. We will repeat that one more time here. Max, select from the auto sum and choose max, and then press enter. If you don't want to repeat it one more time like that, select the first finished one and drag it to the right side. As we did it vertically, we can also do it horizontally. So again, you can make the autofill technique horizontally like that. Let's complete. We finished this one. We got the maximum values. Let's get the minimum values. Here he's asking us to use G21, H21 to calculate the minimum VITs costs and transport costs. Okay. It's the exact opposite of this one. Type here min as a shortcut for minimum. Stand here to calculate the result. From the auto sum icon, move down to min. Here you can select the cells of the table only without selecting the one containing the max. So press enter. Select this one with it and move to the right side, or drag it to the right side to represent the result. Okay, each one of those cells, we calculated them with a formula, guys. When you select the cell, you will see here inside the formula bar the content of it, the content of the function listed inside it. That means that those cells are filled with a function or a formula, not filled manually by the keyboard. Let's complete. Here he said calculate the average VIT costs and transport costs in cells G22 and H22. Let's do that together. He needs here the average. Again, from here, choose average, select the range of cells. From G6 till G16, press enter. Select the first finished cell and drag its output to the right side. Okay, so let's proceed. We got this already. He said here, sort the data to show the spreadsheet in alphabetically order of animals. Okay, he needs me to select the content here and arrange it. I need to arrange the content of this table. To do that, I must select the entire content, like that, from the first animal to the last part related to the last animal. And then we have here the sort option, this one. We can sort our selection ascending or descending from A to Z. It means ascending from Z to A means descending. So he needs it in alphabetical order, so I'll sort it ascendingly or from A to Z. Again, I'll repeat this step one more time. Focus, please. Select the entire content from cell A6 till cell here J16, and then sort and filter this one. Choose sort A to Z. You will find that all the animals are arranged according to the alphabetical order. Okay, so this step is done. Let's move here. He said format all appropriate values, including the totals, to show the currency with 2 decimal places. Okay, let's do that together, guys. Select here the cells containing costs, those cells with those with them, and to select multiple selections, all what you have to do is to press and hold the control key. Press and hold the control key to make a multiple selection. And here also I'll select this one and then go to choose the English United Kingdom bound. Let me repeat how I did that one more time. Okay, select the cells. This is the first part. And then press and hold the control key. Press and hold the control key. And then reselect another cells. While holding the control key, you can select multi-selections. So now we have selected all the cells containing values. We want to change them to be currencies. From this menu here, choose English United Kingdom. If it's not shown here, you can go down here to more accounting formats and then go to currency. From this menu here, scroll down until you find it. You can scroll from here down until you find what you seek. All currencies are here. If it's listed already, choose it directly. To change the decimal places, guys, by default, they are 2. You can from here increase the decimal places if required or decrease it if required. So according to what's required from you, you can increase or decrease the decimal places through these options. Increase, decrease. Okay, so this step now is done. This one says customize your spreadsheet appropriately, make the heading bold or increase the font size, add appropriate cell shading to sum totals. Okay, let's do that together. Let's change the format of the entire sheet. So here, this is the title. I'll change it to be bold. Double click here. I'll change its shading to be yellow, the font color to be red, changing the alignment of it to be center aligned and middle aligned. And also here, I'll do it with those cells. Let's select all of them so I can apply all the changes directly. So I've selected all the content while pressing the control key. So while pressing the control key, I've selected every single piece of my work inside the sheet. So press here, choose all borders. Choose all borders. From the borders icon, you can choose all borders. Here we have changed a surrounding, or we have added surrounding borders for all cells. Now we can change the alignment to be center and middle. The alignment now is center and middle. You can also highlight the content here of this row, the background color to be light blue like this one. The animals, let's change them to be with another like light green. The total, this one, or totals, you can change it to be orange. Those values here without totals, change their background color to be gray. And here, those I'm going to add green color for them. And those, let's pick another color. If you don't like any color from those colors, you can press here, more colors. Choose whatever you like from those options. Let's say I'll assign this one here, press OK. And for the VAT, I'll make it red. You can also have the ability to change the font colors. It's up to you. And here also you can change it. Here inside those cells. Choose any colors you like. So to change the background color, you choose it from here, the theme colors. To change the font color, I can adjust it from here. To change the alignment of a cell, you make it middle align or center align from here. All what you have to do is to select the cell firstly. Okay, we have finished now adjusting the content of those cells, formatting them. Here he said create a pie chart to show the name and the number of animals. Create a pie chart to show or to display the name and the number of animals. You will have to include a title, number of each animals, and add a data label to display a value. Okay, so let's make it step by step. Firstly, let's create the pie chart itself. To the animals and their numbers. Let's check one more time. It says to the name and the number of animals. So here the animal name and the number of the animals, the quantity reflecting the number of animals. Go to the insert tab. Go to the insert tab. And here the charts group. From the charts group, select the pie chart. Select the 2D one. Select the 2D pie chart one. Or as it's required from you. It can be 3D. So as it's required from you to choose, you choose directly from this menu if it's pie chart. If it's column chart, you can apply it from here. So again, to insert a chart, you select the cells you want to make the charts for, and then go to insert, and after that go to the charts group, select the shape of the chart as recommended or as required from you. If it's pie chart, select it from here. If it's a column, select it from here. So let's say that ours is a pie chart. So I'll select here the 2D pie chart. After selecting it, I have here the option, while press here to select it, I have here the options to adjust my pie chart. I can also add an element if it's required. I can here add an element if it's required. So here is the pie chart selected. Let's make some changes according to what's required from us. Let's move step by step. Asking me to number of each animal, add the number of each animal. And instead of having the quantity, we can say it's a number of each animal. This is our title. What else we can do? Add data labels to show the value. Okay, so while selecting the pie chart here, go to add a chart element, and here we have the data labels. It's none now. So can you see what happened while I move to choose it? So those are numbers to reflect the values of each animal. Let's make it outside, similar to this one. Okay, now this step is also done. Last step here is to save as a new sheet. Okay guys, here we have finished the pie chart options as required from us. Let's save our file again. File, save as, and then give it a name. It can be your name, and press save. So here you add your name and press save again. File, save as, choose the name, and then press save. If you're required to save it to a specific place, you press here to change the folder. For example, I need to change this one to my desktop. So I press here, desktop, and then change the name of the file and then press save. What else is required from us, guys? Okay, we still have to add a custom header and footer. We still have to add custom header and footer. Okay, guys, so last step says, here is it, add a custom header or footer with your name in the center. To do that, all what we have to do is to open the Excel sheet one more time, but press here, the page layout, press page layout. When you press page layout, you will have the ability to add a custom header as you like. Let's say that I'm adding here my name. And then I can add the date of this year. Last thing is to save your work. Last thing is to save your work. Okay, guys, that was all for today as a revision for the Excel chapter. I hope that you understood everything. If you still have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad Khalifa. Okay guys, now let's move to people who are using Google Sheets. What should they do? Follow the instructions as I'm going to explain them right now, guys, please. So first of all, here is the file in Google Sheets. Let's move step by step. First, after accessing the file, we did this already. We're accessing the file right now. It says merge the center, merge and center the title, Penguin Peak National Park. Okay, select the cells here from A1 till J1, and here you have the option to merge the cells. Press here, merge all. Press here, merge all. When you do that, you can from here change the alignment of the text to be center. So from here you change the cells to be merged, and from here you change the alignment to make it center aligned. Second step says format the title to size 16 and bold. Okay, let's make it size 16. Here you can assign it manually. Press enter, and then you can make it bold from here. So from here, we inserted the value of 16 manually, selected this number or delete it, then type 16 and then make the font bold. You can from here expand the size of the row and expand the size of the column through making the auto fit technique. Press double click between each two rows if needed and between each two columns if needed. So again, what I did here, I pressed here double left click between those two rows to expand the size of this row. So let's complete. We finished this step, changing the size, made the font bold, and we widen the row because it's required. Let's move. Ensure all details is shown, either wrapping text or widening the columns appropriately. Let's do that. So we can make the auto fit technique as we did with the column. With the row, sorry, we make it again with the column. Double click here again, double click between each two columns like that to change the size of the column to fit only the biggest word inside it. Or you can wrap the text. How you can wrap the text, guys? Okay, while selecting a text like this one, let's check. While selecting a text like this one, you can go to format, and here you have the option of wrapping. Can you see it? The option of wrapping. While selecting this cell, choose wrap. So here, the content of this cell will be separated into lines. The content of this cell now is separated into 2 lines. So I can spread now the size of the row to be vertical displayed. Or I can erase this wrapping. I can erase it by pressing here. So the content will be displayed like that. And I prefer this one. I prefer to use the auto fit technique, this one. Press double click between the 2 columns instead of wrapping the text into 2 lines if it's not needed. So we finished this step right now by changing the size of the columns. Let's move now. We have here missed data to be inserted. The missed data are, firstly, the number of penguins should be 16, not 26. So let's change it. Here is the penguins. It's 16. 26, sorry. I'll change it to be 16. So here, the number of penguins must be changed to be 16 instead of being 26. One more step. The vet costs for the seals should be 15. Vet costs for seals should be 15. Where are seals? Here they are. Vet costs must be 15. Okay, what else? The transport costs for the lizard are 25. So here is the lizards. The transport costs 25. Okay, we done with those steps. Let's move now. He said enter an appropriate formula in cell E6 to calculate the cost to feed the lions. So we must here follow this instruction, inserting an appropriate formula to calculate the costs to feed the lions. Here, the total food for the lions. This one we will insert it manually through the keyboard. The golden rule for Excel program or for Google Sheets program is all formulas must start with equal sign. So I have to insert an equal sign here and then select the cell I want to collect it, the quantity of the lines, the number of lines is in cell B6. To multiply it, I have to insert star sign and then select the second cell I want to multiply it with. Then press enter to display the result. Can you see here? The program suggested an autofill for me. Yes, I need to make autofill. I need to make autofill, except this cell I don't need it, so I will erase its content. The program here finished the steps for me. If he didn't, can you see? If I selected the first one while dragging its content down, the program will get the rest of the results for me. Okay, so we finished this step. Replicate the formula. We did that already for all animals. Use an absolute reference in F6 to calculate the cost of the VAT on the food. So here we must follow the absolute process to use the same cell containing a specific value and apply this VAT to all cells. For the lines, this one or this step is related to the previous one. Okay, so on the food, for the lines, use the reference of B20 as absolute cell. So let's do that together, guys. We need to use the value listed here and apply it for the total food. Get the output here on the VAT of food. To do that, we said previously, all formulas must start with what? Yes, exactly, correct, with equal sign. And then select the value of the VAT, which is in cell B20. And then to make it absolute value, I have to insert here the dollar sign by pressing shift with number 4 before the cell name and in the middle of it. So here, to change the content to be an absolute value, to keep using it, I must add the dollar sign before the cell name and in the middle of it. And after that, star sign to make a multiplication. I want to multiply the value of the VAT with the total cost of the food to get the rest of the results here. So here, the VAT on food is £400. To complete, the program suggested for me, yes, autofill, so I'll press this true sign to display the result and erase the content here, which I don't need. If the program haven't suggested for me to display or to get the rest of the results, you can select the first finished cell and then by catching the square here at the bottom right corner of the cell, drag it down. When you do that, the program displays or gets the rest of the results directly for you. Let's move now to the total. Okay, let's check the steps first and then we will move to the total. Okay, yes, we replicated the formula of the absolute value to get the VAT for all of the cells. Let's move now to get the total. Yes, this one. Add the total for total food, VAT on food, VAT costs, transport, and grooming in J6. So let's do that together. Here is cell J6. I want to calculate the total inside it. To get that, you will reach here the functions and choose sum. You will reach here functions, choose sum. And here, somewhat, Mr. Select the cells you want to get the sum from. From the total food till grooming. From total food till grooming. And then press enter to display the result. After that, as we did with the previous tips, you press here only to accept the autofill suggestion. Now, your work is done. You completed this table. Let's check what we still have to do. We finished this step. Then he's asking me here to use an appropriate function in cell G20 and H20 to calculate the minimum cost. So here, where is G20? It's here, yes, and H20 to get the maximum value. So I'll highlight them next to them like that. Here is max to get the max of those cells here. So from this function arrow, you reach the max. You reach the max. The program here is asking you max of what? Select the range of cells you want to get the max from for the VAT costs and then press enter. Do you have to repeat it for the transport as required? You don't have to repeat the same process, but you can get it easily. Do you remember when we made the autofill technique, the suggestion made by the program? We can do it also horizontally. Can you see? Catch the square, drag it down to the right side. Okay, one more time. Minimum. To get the minimum value. So type here min to highlight your content and then select the cell, go to the functions menu, choose the minimum one. Select the range of cells you want to collect the minimum value from and then press enter. Select this cell, drag its content to the right side to get the minimum value of the transport values. Okay, so here we finished the minimum one and the maximum one. We finished now the minimum value and the maximum value. Both of them are done. Let's move to calculate the average. Let's move to calculate the average VET for VET costs and also transport costs in cell G22 and H22. Here, highlight it, average, and here in cell G22 and H22. To get the average, guys, from here, select the average function, select the cells you want to get the average from, press enter to display the result. Select the first finished cell, drag its content to the right side to get the other one. Okay, what should we do else? Let's check. Here we finished this one. Here he said sort your content alphabetically. He said here sort your content alphabetically or in alphabetical order. Okay, guys. So to sort our file or to sort the content, you must select your content like that. To sort a range of cells, you must select it. So select the range of cells. And then you go to data. Then you go to the data menu. From it, go to sort range. From it, go to sort range. And then select A to Z. Sort range by column from A to Z. So here we are now arranging or sorting the content we selected to be in alphabetical order. Again, all I have done here, selecting this table, select the table, go to data, and then sort range. After that, sort range by column A to Z, this one. Now, as you see, the content is arranged, is sorted as required. Okay, let's move again to the instructions file. It says, format all appropriate values, including totals, to show currency with 2 decimal places. Okay, so here, guys, to show the currency, if I went directly to this one, tab it, the dollar sign will be applied to the selected cells. So let's select the cells I want to apply the dollar sign or the currency sign for it first. How we can do that? Select the cells containing values of a currency. Select the cells containing values of a currency or costs like those. And then this one. To keep selecting multiple selections, guys, all what you have to do is to press and hold the control key from the keyboard. Press and hold the control key from the keyboard and those cells with them too. So to make a multiple selection, press and hold the control key while doing those selections. You can select multiple selections as you can see. And then here you have only the option of the dollar sign. So what should you do? Guys, don't panic. Can you see here? More formats. Tab this one. Tab more formats. And then go to custom currency. Go to custom currency. From custom currency, just type bound. If you want to insert bound. So here, erase the dollar sign and type bound. Can you see while I wrote pound here, I need to insert the British pound sterling, this one. Tab it, press apply. Can you see what happened directly? The sign of the British pound is inserted. Let's make the auto-fit technique again to the columns. So all columns fits the content inside them. I'm doing that by pressing double left click between each two columns. As you can see here, we changed each single piece of information related to the currency to be with the bound shape. Okay, so how we can increase or decrease the decimal places? By default, it will be two decimal places. Let's select the cells one more time like that. Press and hold the control key, select this one with it, and this one too. So to increase or decrease the decimal places, can you see here we have two icons. This one to decrease and this one to increase. The exercise says it needs two decimal places. It will be two decimal places by default. If it's not, you can increase or decrease them from here. This one to decrease, this one to increase. Okay, so let's complete. Customize your spreadsheet appropriately. Make the headings bold, increase the font sizes, add appropriate cells shading to some totals. Okay, so let's first add some borders. Select this table like that. Add all borders. Let's do it here too. Adding all borders. And for this small table, adding also all borders. And here, this total, there is no need or there is no question for it. So I'll skip this one by deleting it for now. This one, I will add a rounding border for it. I'll make it also bold. For the rest of the content, guys, you can select all of it like that. And from here, you can change the alignment to be center. You can also change the vertical alignment. Let's change it together. From here, you can change the vertical alignment to be middle. And you can change the background colors from here. This is the fill color. Pick any color to assign it for a specific shape or a specific cells. So here the colors are up to you. You can choose whatever you like. The colors are up to you. You can choose any colors you like and apply them to your table. Apply the colors you like to your table. It's not specified. If it's specified, you have to follow the instructions as it's said. Okay? But here, for now, there is nothing required from you. There is no specific thing required from you to assign a specific color to a specific thing. Okay? So again, if it's not required to assign a specific color, do not do that. Just change the colors as you like. Okay, so here we change it. The background colors, we apply the appropriate changes or formatting to the content. Let's move. Create a pie chart to show the name and the number of animals. You will have to include a title. Okay. So to insert the chart, guys, here are the animals and the quantity of the animals. Select them. So select those two columns and go to insert. Move down to chart. As you can see, guys, here the chart is inserted. From here, you can change the shape of the chart. Can you see we have here shapes? Go to the pie chart. Go to the pie chart, this one. And here you can change the name of the title as required. Let's check number of each animal to be number of each animal. So the title here is number of each animal. What else we can include? It says add data label to display a value. Unfortunately, while using Google Sheets, the data label is not similar to the one in Excel program. So this step can't be applied exactly as we can do in Excel program. But as you can see, the value of each animal is represented directly while using the pie chart. So some changes we cannot apply it exactly as we did with the Excel program. That's why we keep saying that we have a difference between Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel program. Last thing to be done is to save your work as a new sheet. We can do that from File and Save Your Work. Save as Google Sheet. or you can download your file as an Excel, Microsoft Excel program to keep adjustments or to keep adjusting your file. Okay, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you understood each part of the content I explained today. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask.